How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another Star Wars Genesis Holocron. Today, we are building some of the best craftable armor in the game. Let's jump in. So, for all of this armor, you are going to need a lot of mats. You can see those, you can track those. I'll let you do that on your own time. Figure out how to get most of those yourselves. In order to build all of this, you need to hit up a research station and do all of the research trees. In order to get the Krayt dragon armor, however, you do need to, well, defeat a Krayt dragon. You can do that on Tatooine, which is on Tattoo 1 in that system. You're going to need to find a Krayt dragon. These are actually kind of hard to find. I found my first one pretty easily. Just kind of went through a couple points of interest. There happened to be a Krayt dragon really did just defeat a bunch of stormtroopers. I also found out, thank you to everybody's comments down below in some of the other videos that we have done, that if you go to the Dune Sea, you do have a higher likelihood of finding the Krayt dragons. So you need to take all those mats, take it to a research station, and get that going. You will find each of these in the biotechnology tab in your research station. Again, all of them are very easy to accomplish, but you do need to get a whole lot of mats for the actual armors themselves. In order to do that, you're going to go upstairs. As soon as you walk in the lodge, you will see that giant blue man on the table. That is your crafting station for all of these items. It is very blink and you miss it. I actually went through the entire game without actually interacting with this at all. I didn't get to use any of these through my final playthrough, and one of them has the max amount that you can get in resistance, which is 1,000. Learn from my mistakes and craft some of this armor. That way, the last few missions are not a total mess like mine were, because you're going to get one-shotted by turrets and all kinds of things. The Krayt dragon armor itself is not quite as strong as the Yuuzhan Vong, but it looks really mean and very, very Skyrim. You can also get the skull helmet as well for defeating old boy in the main quest. Taking his skull, you can craft that into a really sweet helmet. The Krayt dragon scales have 820 resistance, which is really good. You can add a few other things if you really want to, but 820 is more than enough to get through everything. It is legendary. You're going to get minus 15 damage from humanoid enemies, which is the majority of all enemies in this game, plus another 15% from incoming energy damage, which is the majority of all the damage in this game, and then another 15% from non-humanoid enemies. So you just get a nice at least 15% damage debuff, which more than makes up for the little lack of resistance there. All of the Yuuzhan Vong armor does have 1,000 resistance to everything. The Skir-Kirik armor, actually, I think they're all Skull-Kirik armor. So yeah, there's 3 different Skull-Kirik armors. They all have different legendary abilities on them. Depending on what you want to do, one just gives a whole lot of energy resistance. One is very stealthy, and I think the other one is really just kind of a balance of all of them together. They all do look super cool, not very Star Warsy, but it does go in with the whole Yuuzhan Vong thing of them from kind of a universe far, far away, if you will. So, with all of that, make sure you learn from my mistakes. You do craft at least one of these armors to get you through the end game. And if you want, you can craft all of them. I crafted all of them because they are super cool. Again, if you enjoy all of these video highlights for Star Wars Genesis, make sure you force push those like and subscribe buttons so you know every time we drop a new one. Share with your friends, and until next time, may the Force be with you.